motherfuckers. So I'm gonna be taking you on a little stroll down Ulica Nijosava, something like that. Ulica is street in Ruski, which I don't understand why there's so much Ruski here. If they're speaking Montenegrin, if they're speaking Serbian, why is everything, all the signs, everything in Ruski? So to me that's a little baffling. The Ministry of Culture. And this one is also in Ruski Yazik. It looks like it is the French embassy. Location de France. Francisco Polantaso Europski Putem on the road to Europe. One of the most unusual, maybe the most beautiful buildings in Cetinje is the former French embassy. I knew it. The construction and equipment of the building was carried out in the period of 1909 through 1910 among the inhabitants of Cetinje. It's been a popular legend for a long time that the design of the French embassy, which was realized in Cetinje, was actually intended for Cairo, and that it got to Cetinje due to a mistake in postal communication. Nevertheless, the building, as well as the garden and surrounding fence, was designed especially for the Montenegrin capital by architect Paul Godet. So that's a little bit of a history lesson there, a little bit on the backstory of how the French embassy ended up in Cetinje, Montenegro, and it was supposed to be intended for Cairo. Souvenir shop. And down here is when you're supposed to have all, you should be seeing these pastel color buildings and designs. Now this place has a lot of nightlife here. I seen a lot of people here last night in this cafe. A casino. Sportsica, gambling. Yeah, I never tried the casinos yet here in Montenegro, but they do look interesting, I will say. Casablanca. Lot of interesting buildings here. And this is kind of the hip cafe here on the left. Yeah, back there was a pizza spot I'm going to try a little bit later called Kabuka Corzo. I'm going to try one of their local dishes later on. So that should be good. Looking forward to that. Maybe in a couple hours I'll head back down there. We'll see. Wow, look at this. Narod Shapoi Jalium Bukopak. Something like that. But this is the entrance here to the Cetinje Monastery and up to the Eagle Hill. Just beyond that pass down there is the Eagle's Hill, and you can see probably the monastery from here. Alrighty, so yeah, couldn't film in the monastery down here, down there. It was
couldn't film in the monastery down there.
Cetinje Monastery, which is in the city center, and able to get a few videos, some pictures, but I couldn't do anything inside there. It was forbidden to film or to take pictures, and with the bishops and priests or whatever walking around, I didn't want to, get caught. So I didn't film in there. So anyways, I'm heading up to the mausoleum up here, Eagles Rock, and supposed to be some panoramic views from the site, and I believe it was dedicated to a bishop from the 19th century bishop named Danlio. And the ironic thing is, the hostel that I end up staying at, and I think it was Nixik, the hostel owner's name was Danlio also. So I thought that was quite ironic. I just made that connection between the two, since this mausoleum is, I guess, dedicated to him. This is quite the trek here. Well, I haven't done any cardio for like a week and a half since I left Albania. Haven't done any jump roping, my normal everyday cardio, and it's clearly showing today with me being out of breath in just this little trek. And it's only like a week or a week and a half off. So I'm not doing any of my usual fitness activities, so I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to pick it back up. Alrighty, so I made it to the summit, made it to the top of Eagle Hill here in Cetinje, Montenegro, and this is pretty much, like I said earlier, a mausoleum, kind of a memorial to a bishop that was here at one time. But there is the flag of Montenegro. It's similar to the Albanian flag, but this one is actually yellow and red, whereas the Albanian one is black and red, and it still has the same symbol pretty much with the two eagles, but they call it Zoguzi in Albania for the blackbirds, the two blackbirds. So, but that one to me is a little bit more cooler. It could be just my personal bias, but to me, I like that flag a little bit. Shia rope. My rope spear, motherfuckers.
Mico, gdje ostate?
Hoćemo li Mico, ajmo.
Pustite me. Mama! Dođi, to ću još dostanem.
Ajmo Mici na kafu da popijemo na trg jer će se Vule probudit pa ćemo otići. Ajmo. Pa ćemo na trg kod fontane da uživamo. Daj da popijemo.
Ne mogu se naginjati.
Now look at those views. As I always say, magnifico.
E crede è ostavo.
Woo! One more nature boy like. Woo! Alrighty, so I'm concluding this video from outside the British Embassy here, and I'm about to head off to a electronics store in town to buy me a new USB cable. So I'm signing off. As always, Shia rope, spear, motherfuckers. I'm gone.